twice. Time flies, so don't blink twice.
So try it again. Starting me over right back at the end.
When's the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, a heart beats. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down, 6 feet deep, one.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And what a great start for their series. He's all the way up close to the 45-yard line before stepping out.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
Jackson looking to throw right away. Down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
It's pretty obvious why you go pass on that first snap. You're trying for a big strike and to take this home crowd out of it. But, Kate, here's the problem. All it did was energize this building. Listen to it. Listen to these fans as they get louder starting off with a sack.
Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Looks like the Falcons are opting for dime coverage for this third down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. All set to go now from the 35. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. He's got it in the red zone. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. That is Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the run back to the 27. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, 73.
They go play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling out to his left. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for second down. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this third down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Robinson. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, Robinson gets some space around midfield. Up to the races, middle of the field. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons finish off their opening drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Rubio ends on the point after. The Falcons start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
1st and 10, here's Jackson. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they're gonna stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Dumps it off to his running back.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it. Because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle. In this case, run him right out of bounds.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. Zone read here and get to Mitchell. He scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens break the tie here in the 1st.
Okay, 2 offensive possessions, 2 offensive touchdowns, but even sweeter than that is 2 rushing touchdowns. You are setting a tone and a mindset, and this defense, we better regroup.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. On the play fake, gets Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
73, easy, 63, pass.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Pass is caught, that's Darnell Mooney. He's going to get this up to about the 28, so very close to picking up that 1st down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Down here to Robinson, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offensive line fast. First and 10, here's Hurts. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. I mean, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, this is Mitchell. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
New set of downs from the 37. Jackson, quick pass wide. Continuing to turn those legs inside the 25. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And he brings this one back. Touchdown, Baltimore off the pick 6. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick 6, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey!
Hurts back to the air after the pick. To the right side, caught by Mooney. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Crowd left Yeti. Tiger Hornets.
Hurts now from the gun. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Working quickly here.
Gain of 28 yards.
Alpha.
That's good for a Falcons first down.
Lone Silver, ready?
First and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got push one deep down the right. And the touchdown is dropped. He had it for a moment in the end zone, but just couldn't secure it. What a chance for him. That's a rough incompletion to stomach.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. And again, here's Hurts. Mooney downfield, and he has it. And nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. On 1st down, Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw intended for Drake London. And it sets up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Crowd left Yeti. No touch that.
It's Hurts once again. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
No touch that.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. That one complete to Pitts. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal. Robinson reaches the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. The Falcons fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. He tacks on the extra point. And the Falcons get it back to a 14-point game.
28. Falcons 14.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Sheen Ali on the return. And he's out a little short of the 30. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. Now he's past the 25. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 3-possession game. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Cut down the field, it's Pitts. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43.
That's good for a Falcons first down.
Play action, Hurts has it. Got a lot behind this one, downfield it goes. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go than when he actually made it down the field.
On the gun, it's Robinson. And it's a nice game, but they needed just one more yard to move the chains. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
The left side is caught by Pitts. He goes out a little short of the 40. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st down from the 42. They go play fake with Hurts. He rolls to his right. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. So 20 yards on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 on to Robinson. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More of the Super Bowl coming up on EA Sports. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons chop some of the lead off before the half. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Trujillo ends on the point after. And the Falcons get it back to a 14-point game. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Ali to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 before heading out of bounds.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Down the sideline to the 45. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in Ottawa. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Here's Mitchell again. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st down now, ball at the 33. The gun, they'll give it to him inside. They're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for him. Still has room inside the 15. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
Okay, you know what a run like that does? For everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense, It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again. And not expect a little jump, but he'll get explosive on the ground as well.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. This makes it up to the 25. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. First down throwing for Hurts. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Silver. Great. Set. Try left, Yanni. 180.
Now Hurts. He put everything he's got behind it. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Falcons getting ready for the punt.
It's now 4th down.
He's got it at the 24. And that return's going to leave him enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
13.
Lamar now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces throw.
Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. This is a heater going deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Hey, let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Completed to his running back. 2 away from 1. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 33. And the Falcons, 1st down.
Hurts on 1st down. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, Oh, this will actively age a coach on the sidelines. Wrinkles and gray hair, all of it. All the planning, a great play, and careful execution led to that. And it was dropped to the turf.
Caught, nice game left side. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons get it back to a 14-point game. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. Free inside the 30. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They're going to try it to wideout. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
You know what that play shows me defensively, Kate? This group was on it. Situationally, they were aware the wide receiver could touch it in the red zone, and they were all over it.
180.
Jackson, quick pass wide. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. Tyler Luke after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. This 32 yards out. It's on the right hash. Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And then it's going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Good. 63.
They go play action. Here's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's complete inside the 35. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, it requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Great. Hey! 180, 180. Hey, easy. 63, bang!
Hurts now from the gun. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Go Silver, ready?
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Harrison secures this left side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock, pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
Guess who? Pitts has another. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Gio checks on the extra point. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Ali to return it. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Might want to leave that call in the old college game, Brock. We love seeing that, right? We both cover college, too, but probably a reason you don't see NFL offenses running that.
Yeah, the college kids, they're making some money these days, but not as much as these pros, and there's a reason that you protect that most important asset.
Yeah. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Hurts on 3rd and 2. That one complete to Pitts. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That'll bring us 1 quarter away from the end of Super Bowl 63. The Falcons have the football. Gotta erase that deficit, though, to keep their title hopes alive. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Hurts throwing again. Mooney downfield, and he has it. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Hurts yet again. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down.
Great, set. Hey, let's go. Trim it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons making a 4-point game here in the 4th. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returning it from the 4. Showing a little burst so far. And that nearly got him to midfield. He's out of bounds just a yard or 2 short.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Real quick. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Lamar now from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Mitchell up the middle. He dodged the tackle. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the stride moving.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
180! Finish up!
On the move, headed right. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Pressure coming, it's Jackson. He's got it near the 10. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. They did it! He made the interception! That is Jalen Walker. And the Falcons have some new life in the fourth. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap will get to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Working quickly here.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
It's a design look for Hurts. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion.
And just in case his offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
63.
Here's Hurts. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Robinson on the inside give. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Great. Set. Hey, let's go.
He'll throw it. Trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
This might just be the play an incredible Super Bowl is remembered for. Here's 4th down.
Hey, easy. 63, bang. 63. Crowd love Yanni. Hey.
Desperation time here. Throw right side, caught by Mooney. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Setting up to pass. Hits his running back. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. To try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? It's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
180.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And their next next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Now we've got whistles, but not for delay of game. They were able to get a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10.
Don't touch that. On anyone, huh? Don't touch.
An option give to Robinson. They're backed up. Not the stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
Back
to throw. That one connects. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Now a timeout's called. Not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Here he is to throw. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. They cashed in when it really mattered.
Ravens, 45.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They look to throw it. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, we really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. A designed run. Jackson keeping it. The lateral goes haywire. Fumble. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there. And the biggest party in America is being held in Atlanta tonight. The Falcons have just won the Super Bowl. This is what we all hope every year when we get to this point, Brock. We hope for the drama. We hope that the game lives up to the big stage that it was played on. Close at the end. Really just 1 or 2 moments in there that decided who was going to be the team waiting to receive the trophy.
Yeah, you just feel, don't you, Kate, that every single bit of that Lombardi trophy had to be earned here tonight. Not just tonight, not over these 60 minutes, It was every practice throughout the season, every tough battle they fought on Sundays from September to January, battle testing. It was all that work that made them capable of earning the championship tonight.
So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner, Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators, Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch y'all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.
feel this fire, been up a little while, and when check the wire, sure enough, it's live.